Hi everyone, I'm Beep. My brother Honk is running the camera today. We are the Beep and Honk Show. We are drone bees and we answer tech questions. Today's question comes from, oh cool, an older brother of ours, Tappy. So he asks, can you describe what electronics on board an FPV drone are? That's a great question, Tappy. FPV drone electronics serve different roles. Sometimes they are separate boards. Sometimes they're completely or partially combined. I will cover each of these while showing them on the screen. So let's begin. The flight controller is the heart of the big picture and is often just called the FC. Its job is to keep the drone stable in the air by way of sensors that it has on board. Unlike planes, drones need constant motor adjustments to stay airborne. It also takes the input from the pilot to execute precision maneuvers. Lastly, it plays a part in getting useful data back to the pilot. The FC is a mini computer that lets you plug in your personal computer to it, and in turn lets you configure all of its settings. Most flight controllers run Betaflight, an open source project maintained by the community. The second component is the electronic speed control board, also just called the ESC. It actually contains 4 separate speed controls, one for each motor. Each motor is connected to the ESC, and in turn the ESC connects to the flight controller. Its job is to send battery power to each motor as commanded by the flight controller. The ESC is also a mini computer of sorts as well, and it's possible to update its functionality with software flashes similar to a flight controller, but most of the time this is not needed. The third piece is the receiver. This board is usually the smallest, and its job is to take the input from the radio transmitter and then send that up onto the flight controller. If supported, the receiver can also send telemetry data back to the transmitter, such as radio link quality or signal strength. Many radios feature the ability to play audible warnings in case a drop in control link happens or stability is affected, for example. The fourth and fifth component are usually not separate boards, but are fused together as one unit. This is the video transmitter and the on-screen display, also simply known as the VTX and OSD. Together, they are simply just called the VTX. The VTX has a camera attached to it, and this video stream is broadcast back to the pilot so they can see through their goggles. Video stream and control link use different frequency bands to avoid interference with each other. The OSD data can be seen as text on a screen, and the source of the data comes from the flight controller. The OSD can be configured to display a wide range of possible metrics that are supported by the flight controller. It is sent back to the pilot in one of 2 ways. It is either directly embedded into the video data, or it's sent back as a text stream, which the goggles will then render into text to be displayed, kind of like subtitles on a movie. Analog video uses the embedded option for simplicity, while digital video systems use the text stream method. All of these work together to make drone flight possible. Now let's talk about how these components can be packaged. If they're all separate, the pair that is the flight controller and the speed controller is called a stack, referencing how they need to be placed on top of each other in a drone frame. Combined versions of the FC and ESC are also called all-in-one boards, or AIOs. This is common in smaller frames. Fully integrated boards are called 5-in-1, and they are usually only seen for the smallest of drones. Well, this covers everything you need for basic flight. In addition, there are two other components that pilots sometimes add to the electronics on board for more features. The first is a GPS module. All this module does is receive GPS data and send it to the FC. Adding GPS enables additional telemetry such as drone speed and distance from home. It can also enable new flight modes such as position hold or altitude hold. The last component is a common choice known as an LED board. Pilots can string one or more of these LED boards together to allow their drone to be more easily seen from the ground or through the view of other drones. This can be useful in racing or informal games alike, such as follow the leader. The added visibility can help locate a crashed drone too. Well, this covers all the basics on the main electronic components in a drone, and I hope you find it useful, Tappy. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Bye everybody.